Hello, this is George Hutton, and you're listening to the Mind Persuasion Podcast. Today we continue our study of money brain. For more information, please visit mindpersuasion.com/money-brain. In today's podcast, we'll talk about finding proof. Think of any pre-language beliefs as having a certain energy form. Once we find the structure, all we need to do is find as many oppositely formed energy beliefs in your brain to obliterate them. Let's assume that you have found a statement like this one: I'm not worth X because I'm too stupid. This is very common. The first step is to find a very simple opposite linguistic structure. The negative structure is as follows: I'm too stupid to be worth X. In order to find as many examples to prove the opposite of this as we can, we'll need to make it a little bit vaguer. I'm too stupid to make more money. Okay, now we're ready. Once it's in this form, we simply flip it to the negative. I'm smart enough to make more money. It's important that the more money part is not specific. Remember, you will always want to make more money, which means you'll always need to believe you can make more money. Once you deeply and truly believe you can make more money, then it's just a matter of learning more skills or finding more customers or making a couple more phone calls. The phrase more money can be applied to one more sale or one more billion. Personal history journal. Start off by finding any time in your history going back as early as you can where you made more money. Maybe you got your first job, then transition to not having a job, and having a job was proof that you made more money. Or even if you started getting an allowance when you didn't get an allowance before, this was proof of you making more money. Find any event in the past and write it out from the first person perspective in the present tense. I'm in high school. I just got a call from the taco shop saying they want to hire me. I start next Tuesday. This is proof that I am smart enough to make more money. Start slow. This will take a while, so give it time. This is why it is very important to do the painful work to find the true limiting beliefs and not any ego-protecting beliefs. It will be painful to dig down deep enough, but once you find them, they'll flip pretty easily. Start off by finding one example in your past where you made more money. Write it out in the present tense. Mentally put yourself back there as much as you can. Always finish with a statement that is the opposite of your negative belief. In this example, that is, this is proof that I am smart enough to make more money. Put in any additional evidence that you can. If the guy who hired you at the taco shop was named Fred, then write that. Fred believes I am smart enough to make more money. Keep doing this until you can come all the way up to the present. It might help to create a spreadsheet showing all the jobs you've had in the past and all the times your earnings have increased. For each transition, take time to write out a first-person description of the experience. Always end with your proof statement. This is proof that I'm smart enough to make more money. Once you spend a few weeks on this, yes, a few weeks, it will be much, much easier to go back to any other of the similar beliefs. Just take time to reimagine each of these events where you made more money and simply change the proof statement. This is proof I'm outgoing enough to make more money. Fred believes I'm outgoing enough to make more money. This is proof that I'm X enough to make more money. Person Z believes I'm X enough to make more money. Money, stash, meditation. This may sound a bit goofy, but it is very powerful. If you've got your hidden envelope with a few dollars in it, spend a few minutes, the longer the better, each time you put another dollar in. Sit quietly with the envelope, hold and feel the money. Go through all your recent money memories of making more money and relive each one once for each proof statement, smart enough, outgoing enough, etc. This will take a long time. This is something that you should do until you are rich, until your daily motivation is enough to keep you going. When you look out into your future and see a bright financial future that is devoid of any limiting money beliefs, not based on hope, but on reality. Until you get there, give yourself plenty of time. Your health is the most important part of you. If you are significantly overweight or out of shape, it would take at least a year before you went from couch potato to daily jogger with a six-pack. Expect this to take just as long. Go slow, take your time, and be brave enough to look deep into your mind for all the limiting beliefs you can find. Once you have a few experiences of writing out some positive memories that disprove them, it will get easier and easier. Lateral beliefs. As we discussed before, many negative money beliefs stem from social fears. Once you have a few beliefs specific to money, consider thinking in terms of non-monetary limiting beliefs. For example, you might have a belief that you are too introverted to ever be rich. For example, you might find a statement, "I can't make more money because I'm too shy." An opposite statement would be, "I'm outgoing enough to make more money." Whenever thinking of statements like this, it's a good idea to get rid of the rich part, meaning think of a statement like this, "I'm outgoing enough." This is even more helpful than saying, "I'm outgoing enough to make more money." Having the positive belief, "I'm outgoing enough," will be much more applicable and much more helpful. So when finding any memories of this, you can be as creative as possible. For example, you might think of a time when you were in second grade and the teacher asked a question and you raised your hand. This is a perfect example of being outgoing enough. The more examples from your past where you can honestly say, "I am outgoing enough," the better. Any statements like these are perfect. I'm outgoing enough. I'm smart enough. I'm confident enough, etc. When you are first starting, it's a good idea to find a belief specific to money, but once you find a few of those and find enough proof of the opposite, I'm smart enough to make money, etc., you can ditch the second half and start on the one-sided beliefs. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, I'm outgoing enough. Actively seek limitations. Once you go through this process a few times, you can actively seek limitations to the point of just assuming they're there. Using the theory that your life is equal to your beliefs, simply find limiting statements of the short form and then blast them away. For example, suppose you were recently passed over for a promotion, and because the promotion required giving a few presentations, you might just assume, if it feels right, that you were passed over because you weren't persuasive enough. If the following statement feels true, "I didn't get the promotion because I'm not persuasive enough," then you can simply find as many experiences in your past to prove the opposite. I'm persuasive enough. Think of this as a natural transition once you get through a few two-sided statements. Two-sided statements are like, "I'm not persuasive enough to make more money," or "I'm not persuasive enough to X." This is like somebody who first wants to just get out and exercise only to be able to do it. Once you get to a certain level of physical shape, it's no longer enough to just get out and move around. The natural next step is to focus on certain strengths rather than eliminating weaknesses. Once you get to this level, you can train in beliefs you want rather than look for limitations and reverse them. For example, you might want to watch a comedian on YouTube. You only need to want to have the belief that you are funny enough, then just find all the experiences in your past to prove that you are funny enough. Eliminate negative beliefs before building positives. Be sure to find at least a few negative beliefs to destroy before building in some positives. It's tempting to go straight to building positives, "I'm smart enough," etc. But if you don't treat some of your deeper negative beliefs now, they may come back to haunt you later. I'm George Hutton. Thank you for listening to the Mind Persuasion Podcast. For more information, please visit mindpersuasion.com/money-brain. I look forward to speaking with you again soon.